Hello and welcome to another concrete learning video. Today I would like to discuss plastic shrinkage cracks, which is timely and relevant, especially at this month. So I would like to share to you this template, of course, evaporation rate calculator. This template is in inch-pound units. Let us say I have 5,000 psi concrete. These are the adjusted batch weights after the correction for absorption and moisture, and you know all this. These are basic in the concrete mix design. Here we have density. It has to be equal. Either it's SSD or the adjusted batch weight. It must be equal. So here I have a button for the ice replacement. So initially we have 10% replacement, which is the 30 pounds per cubic yard. 30 pounds of ice. So for the temperature of your coarse aggregate, you can simply use your packet type thermometer. Coarse aggregate, let's say 95 degree Fahrenheit, fine aggregates 90, cement 149, your chilled water is 41. You can check from here, what is the 41? Means 5 degrees Celsius. And your ice, of course, 0, 32. So based on the calculation, we have here 86 degree Fahrenheit. And say, for example, 90 was your specified maximum limit. Of course, we have to reduce the concrete temperature based on this weather condition or weather forecast. So let me show you first the weather forecast. You can try this weather forecast. It's very simple. You go to the list. You have to find the hourly. So for example, tomorrow. So here you should have the ambient temperature, you should have the wind speed or velocity, and the humidity or relative humidity. These are forecasted values only. So in this example, let's say we found out 86 and you plot here or enter here the value 86 and the weather forecast, which you don't have control over the environmental condition, but you do have control over the concrete temperature. And I have here also, if you notice, I have here some you can say rule of thumb or ideal condition. The ambient temperature should be less than 80, concrete temperature less than 85, relative humidity above 50%, and wind velocity less than 10 miles per hour. So these are your guidelines. And moving on. So in this table, you notice that I exceeded here from the maximum evaporation rate is 2. You have exceeded the evaporation rate, meaning you are expecting shrinkage cracks can happen. So what we can do is to reduce the concrete temperature. So let's say the concrete temperature is 83, let's say, still high, but about let's say 75. So 75 will be great. It will solve our problem. Also here we can write 75, or actually all 75, let's say. All of them 75. Okay. So now our target concrete temperature will be 75 in this case. As an example. Hold on. We still have something above. Where is it? Hold on. Actually, this is just a drawing line, so I can put it here. So our boundary or the threshold should be 0.2. That is the maximum. So now we are below the 0.2 pounds per square foot per hour. the evaporation rate. So now we have to know exactly how we can achieve 75 concrete temperature by, of course, going back to our mix design calculation. So from previously 10% ice replacement, which is 30 pounds, we can then increase it until we reach 75 degree Fahrenheit. So meaning to say I need 35% replacement of ice replacement, I mean, which is 106 pounds per cubic yard. So applying that 106 pounds with let's say the same temperature for the other raw materials. So now most likely we will be on safe condition. I mean, we can avoid or minimize, I mean, by doing so, we can minimize the potential plastic shrinkage cracks. And of course, I would like to share you also some notes that you can consider. Here, I would like to show you or to share to you. This is the NRMCA nomograph for estimating the evaporation rate on the basis of Menzel formula. So here it's very simple. You can use this table or template. It's very simple actually. So you just follow the line. There is some step here. Step 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's very straightforward instruction how to get that value. Okay. This is from ACI 305. ACI 305. Another reference I would like to share to you is the NRMCA. So you can read it also. What is plastic shrinkage cracks? Why do plastic shrinkage crack occur? And of course, I want to share you how to deal with that. How to deal with this problem at site. So here I can share you some rule of thumbs to minimize plastic shrinkage cracking. Where 1, dampen the subgrade and forms when conditions for high evaporation rate exist. Prevent excessive surface moisture evaporation by providing fog spray and erecting windbreaks. Fog spray, if you are familiar with this image, you can do this fog spray and the windbreaks to prevent or to reduce the wind speed outside. So it will not directly hit your concreting area. Okay. Cover concrete with wet burlaps or polyethylene sheets between finishing operations. Number 4, using cooler concrete in hot weather and avoid excessively high concrete temperature in cold weather. So since we know already how to estimate the concrete temperature using our template, so you can have down this option, number 4. You can apply this option and cure properly as soon as finishing has been completed. Of course, this is very basic, but most of the contractor that small contractor, you can say, they are not yet familiar with this kind of method statement. So you can apply to them, you can educate them, and you can include this in your method statement, by the way, in construction field. So I would like also to share to you how we can verify. If you would like to verify, I can share it to you. So starting with the concrete temperature, go to this website. This is, I think, American Concrete Pavement Association, ACPA. So let us enter this value. Let's to begin with the coarse aggregate 1649. Actually, I did it a while ago. 1649. The fine aggregates is 1267. Okay. And temperature is 95 and 90. 95 and 90. Next, cement 800. 149 temperature. Yes, 800. And water, I have here, let's say, currently our water is 137.52. So let's start 137.32. All right, 137.52. Sorry. 137.52 to be exact, and 106 for ice, 106. So if you calculate it, you can verify that 75°F, you get also 75°F. So you can use this website, but what I'm saying is that it will be better if you have it outlined in this manner, so you can have easy or better presentation if you would like to discuss it with your construction team, or include it in your method statement, or simply by just a part of your quality control. That will be perfect. Next, we would like to verify also the evaporation rate calculator. Here, let's say let's go for serial number 1. Let's say your concrete temperature is 75. We are still in verification. 75. Air temperature is 97. Okay. Relative humidity 55, and wind velocity is 9. So when you calculate that, it will give you negative 0.01. Is that correct? Yes, you are correct. So let's say I returned it to 85, just for the sake of presentation. And let's say 85 here. What's gonna happen? We'll turn to 0.07. 0.07. So we verified that this calculation is correct. I'm just trying to show it to you that you have another option. Either you go to the ACPA website and do it from here, which is good, or directly put it in your Excel, since you have the weather forecast with you, and you can, of course, give instruction to your concrete supplier to increase the dosage of or the replacement of icing. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something today. I hope you get the idea, and it will be nice if you can use this as part of your quality control and submittal in your method statement. So that's all for today, and thank you for watching. See you in another concrete learning video.